What advice would you give somebody who is first coming to Panama? Hello guys, welcome back to Life Abroad Panama, the podcast where we focus on the journey of relocating and building your life in Panama. Facing immigration questions or business legalities, our lawyers are here to help you. We make it easy to get the legal advice you need when you need it. Today we have Arnaud, a content creator and an entrepreneur who started his career over here in Panama. Let's dive in. If you want to share your story, you can DM us in our social media or you can sign up on our website. If you want to know how is the life of a content creator here in Panama, this is the episode for you. Hello.
Thanks for the intro.
Welcome. Arnaud, tell me, why did you choose Panama? Tell me, first of all, who is Arnaud? Tell me all about content creation and all of that, because that is very interesting, you know?
Yes. It's kind of one of those new jobs.
Job titles, yes.
But I started making videos back home in Belgium. Mm-hmm. That was my job during a few years. But I reached a point where I wanted to change something in my life. I wanted something new, some more sun in my days, yes. And a new challenge. And so I looked at where I could move from Belgium, and I found that Panama was just a country that ticked a lot of the boxes I wanted. Yeah. I wanted a safe place. I wanted a good climate during the year. I wanted opportunities for business. I wanted to be near a beach. And so the more I was looking into Panama as an option, the more it became clear that this was worth a try. So I came here, I stayed 1 month, and I said, wow, I like it. I'm going to stay a little longer. And I stayed 3 months. Yeah. And then 6. And now it's been 2 years and I've been living here.
Nice. I want to know first a brief story on how was those first days or weeks or years over here, your culture shock and all of that.
So it's important to mention, I didn't fully think I would live here. Mm-hmm. I just came here as a test. I was open to the possibility that I didn't like it and I would leave. But I just ended up really liking it. So I started living in Airbnbs so that I didn't have to commit too long to a rental, and so that I could always have the option to leave if I wanted. So I lived in Casco Viejo, and that was an important part of my journey in Panama, is that I fell in love with the country because Casco Viejo is such a magical place to
beautiful.
Live. And so the first impact in Panama was very positive, and that helped me stay longer. And the more I thought of myself staying, the more I committed to, renting a place and creating relationships. That was important too. The people I met here also made me stay longer.
Nice. You're talking about the people you met. You came here, you are from Belgium, that's a completely different place. I want to know, how did you do to make friends, to mix in? Where did you go? You said you lived in Casco Antiguo, so it's a great place to mix in.
True.
There's a lot of people, not only from Panama, but from other countries as well.
Okay, so the way I met people was through, I did have 1 or 2 contacts already in Panama, and they opened up several friendships for me.
Nice.
I met extensions of their social circles, so that was a great way. My job is also a way where I get to meet people a lot. As a video creator, you're always on a shoot or with a client, and you meet people and you create those relationships. And also, I really like running, and I looked for people who were running on Cinta Costera, and we eventually created a little run club, and that was a great way to make local friends, because it's tempting as an expat to make friends within the expat community, but then you don't really get access to the true Panamanian culture.
Of course.
And so the Run Club was a great place to meet Panamanians. They would finish work, and so would I, and then we would meet at 6 when the sun is not too warm, and we'd run along Cinta Costera, a great way to meet people.
And what is the name of the Run Club?
It was called the OJ Run Club. because orange juice, and we called it that because there's a orange juice stand, and that's where we would leave and meet at the end, and we would have a fresh squeezed orange juice at the end of the run.
Nice.
That would
Supporting local businesses.
yeah, and that would be the social part of the run.
Yeah.
We would run 5 kilometers.
Nice. And what happened to that group?
So I realized to sustain a running club, you need to put effort in it. And I really loved the community we had. Eventually we reached 130 people in the WhatsApp group, but it would never be that many people coming to the run.
Yeah.
But we would sometimes have 30 people running together. But that started becoming a bit too much, more effort for me to maintain than I was ready to commit.
Of course.
I really just wanted a few friends that push each other to run and to improve their performance. And that it had started to become like, logistics and reminding people. And if I left on a trip, then the running club wouldn't meet. And so it started becoming more of a job. And I was like, no, this is not.
You wanted it for fun, and
yes,
people started following you.
I need it for the exercise, and I think they counted more on the social aspects of the run.
That's great. That's a great project you started, and you dipped your toes on it. So right now you have a new project.
Yeah. So as a video creator, I have, cameras and tripods and microphones laying around. And so I always wanted to create a space where people could come and create. Instead of me going to them, they could come to me. And so the cameras were being put to use, and in a space that was acoustically treated and that was beautiful, that had some decoration, some good lighting, so that people could come and record podcasts. And so I found La Manzana in Casco. I rented a small room, and we started building a office space.
And what is it called?
It's called La Manzana Studio, because we are in La Manzana, and I just piggybacked on their name to create the studio.
It's a good strategy,
Also, an apple means manzana in Spanish means apple. The apple is red and round, and the record button on a camera is red and round. So it's like, it's my genius moment right here.
It's like a full circle moment.
Yeah, exactly.
A pinnacle of
the
knowledge.
The universe
called you to do this.
The universe was complicit to this happening.
Yes, a perfect union. I love that. And how is that business going? I want to know more about. First, you came here, you're an immigrant, you started making friends, you have your job, and now you have a business. So you're rooting in Panama really deep. You said you have 2 years over here, and now you're starting this.
Yeah.
How was the process of starting it legally and all of that?
So I have to say, Panama feels like a very good opportunity to do business. There's a market that's able to afford services, and there's not that much offer. So when I opened the podcast studio, I realized there's only 4 or 5 other studios in all the city.
Yeah.
And so there's a big cake to take a slice from. It started a bit unofficially with just charging clients kind of through wire transfers and yappies.
Yeah.
And then it had to become a bit more serious for us to start pursuing more serious clients. And so I created the infrastructure of the business, like a legal infrastructure.
Yeah.
And that was an important part of, making things a bit more official, more serious. And that was actually pretty easy process because, and contrary to my country, the legal paperwork and the bureaucracy needed to create a business is actually very easy here in Panama.
Yeah.
In my country, it would have taken much longer, and there's more initial capital that you have to invest. Here, things were very smooth.
And how long did it take you from idea to
create
official?
I think once I found NDM law, it was 1 month from the moment I asked them that I needed help to the moment where we had the paperwork done. It was a month.
Nice.
Yeah.
So it was pretty quick.
It's
and you
easy.
have it registered and everything.
Yeah, I'm official. I can send invoices. I have to pay taxes, but I can now operate as a real business. That means I can also get a loan.
Yeah.
I can eventually hire people, and all that comes through the officializing of the business.
And for example, in the part of taxes, how is that part?
So I'm happy to pay taxes here because in my country, taxes are very high.
Yeah.
And you pay almost half of your income has to go to taxes. And in Panama, they also have taxes. It's normal, but it's less. And it's also simplified. There's not that much exceptions, or you don't have to be that informed constantly of what's going on, because you can easily hire help from an accountant and everything just goes smooth.
For me, something that is heavy on other countries is that the part of taxes, because for example, there are places like United States that you have to do your own taxes, and they can get you to jail if you don't have them like on the exact amount, but they won't tell you what the exact amount is to help you to know how much you have to pay. So I think you telling me that over here is easier can encourage people to make businesses and like come here to have a life over here.
It creates some space in your mind when you simplify taxes. It creates some space for you to focus on what really matters, and getting clients and growing your business. It's not a headache. Taxes here, you have to pay them, and as any other country, they will enforce that you pay them, but it's not a headache like it is back home for me.
And the good thing is that if you start small, you wanted to have an official business, but if you start small or you are like an entrepreneur like yourself, you don't have to pay taxes per se.
You can kind of test the waters, prove your concept, prove your business model in an official way without getting in too much trouble. Until you're ready to say, okay, you know what, I have a service, I have a product, I've found a market, there's a product market fit, I can go ahead and make this serious because I know this could work.
And I want to know, that's your business part. I want to know more about your personal life. I've seen in your social media that you have had time to go back home and to travel more to other countries. Your dad has come to Panama. So tell me more about that.
So a lot of my life through social media because I post a lot of what I do. I make these videos, these little vlogs. That's a funny story, actually. When I came to Panama, I had a lot of free time because I had no more clients. I was looking for work, but I still had the cameras and, my skills as a video editor. So I created videos of what was going on around me. And at that time, it was protests for the mine in Panama. It was a bit of an uncertain time in Panama. So I filmed that and I posted my social media, and I, for the first time, got a lot of attention on that post. And so I started growing in followers, and I realized, wow, Panama is appreciating my vision, my interpretation of a foreigner visiting the country. Let me start making more videos about what I discover in Panama. Plus, it's really fun for me. It's something I love doing.
Yeah.
And so each video I posted got more and more views and was getting more and more attention. And so I've created a side project for myself of posting videos to my social media of exploring Panama, exploring the culture, exploring the destinations, the beaches.
It was fun for you, and it was something to make content out of.
Of course. And I think Panamanians, it's a young culture.
Yeah.
And so they themselves maybe haven't completely defined their culture or their identity. And so when a foreigner sees them, really sees them and their culture, they really appreciate it, and they're proud to repost and to share. And so it's been going great. I've got to invite my family here, and I got to go visit them. I even got hired for work outside of Panama from big clients who send me to other countries.
Nice.
And by the way, when I started getting hired outside of the country and having to travel a bit more, it became more and more urgent for me to officialize my like immigration status
Yeah.
and my residency here. Also, the more I got comfortable in Panama, the more I felt like I wanted to stay here. And so it was time to go through the process of getting my residency, my papers.
And how was that process? You have been here for 2 years, and I've known people that have been here for 10, 20 years, and they
haven't done it yet.
They have troubles sometimes getting their papers.
I'm lucky to be from a country that has an agreement with Panama. Países Amigos means it's easy.
Like a friendship country?
Yeah. It's a country where the documents are still quite easy to have.
Yeah.
And we used the solution of, after creating my business, my business could hire me as a professional. And we used that, and that's the method we used to get my residency here.
So as a foreigner, you made your business, and your business hired you, so you could, like, it was like a paradox kind of thing. But it worked.
It works.
And it's a way for some people that have trouble making their papers and all of that to become legal in Panama. And yeah, it's nice. Did you have somebody who helped you?
Yeah.
How did you contact your lawyers?
The same people who helped me create my business are the people who helped me with the residency. And it's essential, I think, to have someone help you, because it's a bit of a headache for the immigration, the actual immigration place.
Yeah.
And it's a bit much to take in. So when someone helps you and takes care of everything for you, it makes it so much of a relief. It's so much easier.
Nice. And
it was really quick.
How did you get the contact for the lawyers?
It was recommended to me by someone who had gone through the process as well.
Oh, okay. Nice.
It's called NDM law.
Yeah. I know a lot of people who come here to Panama and they have experienced fraud from lawyers and all of that. So it's great that you found somebody that told you this is the law firm that you need to get your papers and all of that.
I really trust, Panama is so small that the power of reputation is strong. Like there's a cool sticker that I use on WhatsApp that says, "Pórtese bien, que Panama es chiquito."
Ooh.
Be nice, because Panama is very small.
Yeah. Everybody knows everybody.
Everybody knows everybody. And if you have a good reputation, that amplifies and people come to you for your service, for your help. And if you have a bad reputation, people go away from you and the word spreads very fast.
Yeah.
And NDM just had a great reputation from everyone who had gone through them. So I said, I trust the vibe. I'm going to go.
And talking about reputation, it's great that you have had that experience of knowing a lot of Panamanians and a lot of Panamanians knowing you. So your business has been growing a lot. Right now, how many followers do you have on your account?
I arrived in Panama with like my mom and my grandmother following me on Instagram.
Nice.
So maybe 1,000 followers, and I'm now at 35,000 and still going up.
And that's insane. How many views do you get on your videos usually?
My most viewed video has 1.4 million views.
Imagine. That's overwhelming.
And that has opened so many doors for brand collabs and production work. Now I'm very fortunate.
Nice.
But even if I didn't get any of these views, I'd keep doing it because it's so fun to make videos and to keep progressing. Each video I get a little better.
You say that you started doing that in Belgium.
Yeah.
And what is your background on that? Did you study something related, or it was just a hobby?
I studied business and management.
Oh.
And so my first client was a bar who, just as they knew me, I knew them. They saw that I was making nice little Snapchats at the time, and they said, "Oh, you make nice Snapchats. Can you come and film our cocktail menu?
Nice.
We'll pay you $50." And I said, "What? 50?
That's a lot.
Someone's gonna pay me to do this?" It felt like I was stealing from them, because I would have done that for free. So I said, yeah, 50, that's fine. And then I did it, and they loved it. And also, the video that they posted helped them sell more cocktails.
Yeah.
And so it's like the ikigai moment of, this helps them.
Like, oh my God, I did it.
I love doing this, and I can make money from it. So
Yeah.
the triangle was there. I was like, wait, I should pursue this more. And eventually, one video at a time, I got a little better. I bought better cameras. I made mistakes, and I corrected them in the next one.
Yeah.
And one at a time, I just got
You
better
were
at
getting more and more experience
Yeah.
through doing it.
And I also think that because I didn't study cinema or production, I also had a very social media first approach,
Yeah.
which means I didn't get locked into,
You weren't so like critical on the lightning and
exactly,
all of those things.
which makes you faster, which makes you make more mistakes faster, which
Mhm.
makes you better faster.
Nice. And going through all of those things, what advice would you give somebody who's starting doing those things, you know?
So if you're gonna film for yourself or your own social media and show yourself to the world, I would say use what you have that makes you unique. You know, you must be from a certain place, or
Yeah.
you must been through certain experiences, or you must have a certain skill. Everybody has a gift.
Mhm.
You have to really find what makes you unique and use those ingredients to create your own thing.
Yeah.
Because in content creation, a lot of people
Copy paste.
copy paste, they
Yeah.
imitate, they take what they think works and try to do their version of it. I think it's better to be original, authentic yourself.
Yeah.
Then I would say there's a mountain of cringe that you will have to go
Overcome.
through eventually.
Yeah.
So the earlier you go through it, the better. So you will make some silly videos, and people will say, what's she doing? What are you doing? There's a little bit of cringe. Being a beginner, everybody's gonna have to go through the phase of being a beginner. So
Yeah.
don't be afraid to be a beginner. Don't let perfection paralyze you from creating more.
Mhm.
So go through those early days, and then you'll see that it becomes easier and easier, and then you'll worry less and less about what people think, and you'll just do your thing. I think it's important because there's so many, especially with AI getting better, we really need authentic human experiences. We need the experience that only a human can
The
have.
human essence.
We need that.
Yeah.
It's going to become important. And so it's a great time to become a content creator or a writer or an artist that has true human emotions and who authentically puts themselves
And
out.
true human mistakes. I think
Yes.
that is what makes us like human, you know? Even though AI makes a lot of mistakes, you see a bunch of videos that have a second hand and a third eye or something like that.
Yeah, that's a mistake we wouldn't make.
Yeah, of course. Or if it was like on purpose, it would look on purpose.
Yeah.
I want to ask you, do you think you have had like better opportunities in Panama, like culture-wise or friend-wise, because you are a content creator?
Yes. Being a content creator opens up a lot of doors.
Mm-hmm.
And it's definitely helped me meet people. It's helped me gain clients for my business.
Yeah.
But that's a bigger scale.
Yeah.
I think smaller scale, anyone who has a bit of a content creation skill, it can help them in whatever it is you try to do. Especially if you want to work remotely from only your laptop anywhere in the world, being a good content creator is going to help you, get the attention or sell your idea or sell your product.
The career of the future. What advice would you give somebody who is first coming to Panama?
So I would say have an open mind, come here ready to learn the language and meet people here. Because the true magic of Panama is in their people and their sense of humor and their food and their habits. And if you come here thinking, oh, I'll stay on my side of the country and I'll meet people who speak my language and who are from my side of the world, then I think you won't fully get the magic of Panama.
Yeah.
So I would say that and research exactly where you want to live, because it's going to affect your experience here.
Of course.
If you're a city person, or if you're a country person, if you're a beach person, if you need noise and activity.
Yeah. Or, for example, something that is very crucial over here, if you like being in traffic and all of those things, if you like the rain, if you like the heat, or you like a little bit colder weather, it's very important. And right now, technology is such a good tool for investigation.
Yeah.
You can investigate where to live, how to rent a property, how to rent a car. You can do all of those things from where you are, and you come here and you have all figured out. I want to know if you had the chance to do something all over again in your content creation, in your traveling to Panama, your friends, or you can do something different. What would it be?
That's a good question. If I could restart something?
Yeah.
I would recreate this studio in a place where it's maybe a bit bigger, so that we could have different sets instead of just one, and also somewhere that's a bit more in the business center of the city.
Okay.
Because we are here in Casco Viejo now, and I think we are losing opportunities because we're a bit too far from where the businesses are, where
the center of the city is.
Yeah, the business center of the city.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing I would change.
Where would it be?
Maybe in the middle of the city, San Francisco or Costa del Este, where it's easier for people to find us.
But there is a lot of traffic.
And there's going to be traffic, yes.
Yes.
But I think people who don't live in Casco see Casco almost as another planet, and they don't want to come here because they're like, oh no, the parking situation, the traffic to go in and out.
Yes, you're right. I like that point of view that you are thinking of everybody, because it's easy to come to Casco Antiguo. There is a lot of transportation. You have buses, you have the train, but it's kind of to a side, yes. Even though it's very popular. If you have, do you want to promote your business? You can say the name of your business. Go ahead.
This is La Manzana Studio, and it's a great place to come and record content for your business or your business model, or to sell your course, or to sell your idea, to sell your product. Any of your content needs.
Do you have an Instagram page?
Yeah.
For La Manzana?
La Manzana Studio.
Nice.
La Manzana _studio.
Nice.
And you can maybe create content. Maybe visit Panama, come create content for your business, and spend a week here. Turn it into a business trip because you're creating content.
Yeah, a tax write-off.
But yeah, it's a tax write-off for you. It's probably a cheaper option for you to come here than to shoot in your home country if you live in an expensive country.
And flights to Panama are very cheap.
Yeah, and we've had clients who've come, for example, from Miami. They paid the flight for them and their family. They spent a big weekend in Panama. They got 12 pieces of content filmed for their business, and they went back home, and all of that cost them less than shooting at home in Miami.
Nice. So this is not just a great country to travel and have vacation, but a business opportunity. Of course. And we have seen business opportunities with like restaurants or what is it called? Hotels and all of those things, but we have never talked about content creators, and that is the business of the future.
Yeah. I think if you ask kids what their dream job is,
YouTuber.
There's so many that answer YouTuber.
Yeah, of course.
And maybe YouTube won't exist in a few years, or maybe we don't know. But I think what they're saying is they want to express themselves, and content creation is the way to go.
And over here, you with content creator, and over here you have the freedom that you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
You can focus on like a business in math or finances or something like that, or more creative in painting, theater, music. So it's a world of opportunities.
Definitely agree.
I love that, This is an episode that makes me reflect and obviously can make a lot of people reflect on what they want to do. If they are a creative person, they can have those opportunities.
Of course.
It's not just for a select group of people, but for everybody.
Yeah, no matter what age you are, what job you do, what you sell, content creation helps you connect with more people who need you.
Yeah. And Panama, it's a place that you can do that.
Yeah, it's a very fertile grounds for whatever your project is. Because as I said, there's a lot of market who has the means to buy your service, but there's not a lot of new and refreshing ideas. And so we need new people, we need new businesses. It's a great time to come to Panama and open and start your project here.
Amazing. This has been an amazing podcast episode with you, Arnaud. I'm really glad I had the opportunity to interview you. Again, if you want to share your story, you can DM us on our Instagram, or you can sign up for our webpage. This has been an incredible episode, and I hope that you come back for the next one. Goodbye.